I started off in this industry in a bit of a fragmented way, really. I left university in the late 90s with the view to going onto the family farm. Got 300 acres just outside Norwich. And when I came out of university, UK agriculture was not doing so well, let alone well enough to support me on the family farm. I ended up coming to see James Trett about a particular role. And he just mentioned the idea of coming and joining the team here, and it's one of the best decisions I've made. The grain, feed and seed industry is very unique in terms of the relationships. It is a very corporate animal, but you deal with individuals, you're dealing very much with people, and I've always been a people person, and it's sort of just been a very natural transition, really. I think with JP Trett we always go that extra mile. No stone is left unturned. Our relationships with our clients are absolutely paramount to us. So we always endeavour that we get the right candidates in front of them. I don't believe in putting a square peg in a round hole, and I wouldn't do that for anybody that I'm working with or any of the candidates I'll be representing. I'm working with your international blue chip investment firms. I'm working with independent agronomists and absolutely everybody in between. With regards to candidates who are looking to come into the UK agricultural industry, I'd encourage them to phone me up. We can have a chat, talk about what their natural interests are, because at the end of the day, this is a career. This is going to be something which will define you for the next 40 to 50 years of your life. So you've got to enjoy it. I can point people in the direction of wherever they want to go. I know people in companies looking for people right at the start, and the loyalty from these firms once they invest in these individuals is right there at the end. I've got people who I've worked with and people who I went to university with who've stayed with some extraordinary companies and are right at the top of their business now. The grain and feed and seed sector is not like any other part of the UK agricultural industry, I dare I say it. It's a real people-orientated industry. This is not a cutthroat business. There are people who will go out of their way to help one another. If there's an issue, if something needs to be done, it's very easy to pick up the phone to each other and have a chat. These are going to be people who you'll see events for the next 10 to 15 years, and you don't hold a grudge. You just crack on, because the chances are later on in the day, later on in that week, later on in the year, you're going to have to pick up the phone and ask for help, or vice versa. And that's the same, be it in grain, be it in feed, be it in seed. I've worked across all three sectors and I've enjoyed my time in them immensely. And I would implore anybody who's thinking about doing it to give me a ring, because it's such fun. It really is a great part of the business to be in.